am really excited about the song right now. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit jazzed and hyped. I came up with some great parts. Anyway, parts that I believe in. I think they're great. And as long as I'm happy, that's all that really matters, because it's amazing to be inspired by what you come up with, you know, and what you're doing. It's like, it just gives you that warm, fuzzy, jazzy feeling like you're okay, you're on the right path. I'm on the right path with this. Although, I do want to say that there has been a couple of spots, like solo, like beginning of solos that I've already recorded and like they're on my Instagram and shit, but they're like a little bit of the wrong feel. And you remember on my last update when I would talk about doing, hey, you know, these are single notes, so you can make a decision of being major or minor or dominant or whatever you want to do, major 7, whatever vibe. And I kind of chose, I told you I was doing a little bit minor with diminished, but then with some major. That beginning couple of licks is very majory, and I'm starting to gravitate, like not gravitate towards it anymore. I'm starting to go, that's just not the right vibe for the first 2 or 3 licks of the solo. Because the rest of it is like, that's right on the money for me. It's just, my ear is just like, yeah, that's great. But those first few licks, I've even taken the time to export it, send it to some other guitar player friends of mine, and be like, dude, wrap your ear on this. Is it fucking with you? Like, because it's fucking with me. And I'm starting to second guess it a little bit. And every time I hear it, it sounds like it just fucking, kind of comes out of nowhere. And it makes me uncomfortable. It's shocking to me. Like, when I hear it, it just feels like it's hitting me like, oh fuck, where'd that come from? It doesn't feel like it fits, or it doesn't feel like it's natural. There's something about the mode I'm in or the majory kind of vibe that isn't lending itself to my ear. It's starting to offend my ear a little bit. And I'm finding myself having to listen to it 2 or 3 times, and then I convince myself that it's good. That's a fucking problem. I think other listeners will hear it for the first time and go, whoa, what the fuck happened? You know, like, that's a little outside of the box. And there's nothing wrong with being outside of the box. There's no rules in music, really. But if it's blatantly kind of wrong for me, that's where it comes. It doesn't sound, I mean, I'm playing it with very much conviction, a lot of conviction. So people could just accept it for what it is. But it's starting to fuck with my psyche a little bit, and so I'm gonna scrap the idea. And let's go ahead and listen to, I have 2 different versions now. I thought originally it was the tempo of it, because I was trying to like whip out some 30-second notes on it, which works, but then I had to like add some harmonics, some like Satriani style whammy bar harmonics to kind of lead you into it, to cushion the blow of the speed. But then I realized, well, maybe it's, okay, then I thought to myself, well, maybe it is the speed. So I went ahead and played the same notes at exact tempo, just of like 16th notes, and it didn't fucking fix it. It could, because it's the notes themselves that are fucking with me, I think, that majory vibe. So I'm gonna have to kill it. What you've heard before is, okay, so that's that. Here it is solo. Okay, so that was shocking to me. So what I did was I added these harmonics to it, which sound like this. And I thought that kind of cushioned the blow. But then the more I listened to it, the more I was like, it's still kind of bothering me. I just played it at tempo of 16th notes, so it sounds like this. Up here. So since the speed is so much slower, I can land right on the grid with that lick. So if you loop it, like for say, it just, it's just right on time. And then this, so I couldn't do this lick. I could not do this lick because it's so fast that it had to start earlier, like on the 4 or the 3 or the 4 of the bar. So then I couldn't do that descending screaming lick, so I had to change it to this. And I like that lick. Listen to it. It's very melodic, but it's still kind of majory. Sounds cool, but I should use it maybe not in this song. It needs something a little different. So that's kind of where I'm at with the solo right now. I'm coming up with something different. Now, if I want to keep that lick the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, it's like a 16th. And stay in that E. Definitely more minor sound, you know? Fuck, you know? Especially when you're, oh, my hand is just like. But now I'm starting to wonder if any of this that we're working on now even fits with that. I don't know. I think I'm going down a fucking weird road here, man. It's almost laughable. I'm starting to just make me giggle. Does it make you laugh? Be honest about it. Are you laughing right now at home? People are going to hear that and think that's sped up, you know what I mean? But I have proof right here that's not. But so I have to come up with a fill, an area this big, right there, which is like 4 bars or so, to fill that gap between these two sections. Oh, the last note is this, of that screaming thing. So if I did like a... Hey, baby. So, hey, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update also. Sorry, I was tuning there. I want to give you a quick update. In a few studio updates back, I had mentioned that I had submitted this song over to Arnaud Verrier, my drummer in France, and he was going to do the drums on it, or at least reevaluate the drums and maybe add his 2 cents or change the drums or whatever, because I want to hear his interpretation and his opinion of it. But unfortunately, he's a little too busy with his other projects. With 1056, I think, is a really cool project he's got going on, and he's got a lot going on. So I wasn't able to get his take on the drums back. So I wanted to address that just to answer, because I had a few people shoot me some messages regarding that, say, hey, where's the Arnaud drums on it? And unfortunately, he's just a little bit too busy, so I'm kind of forced to roll with the drums that I created on Superior. So wanted to give you that quick update so you knew what was going on there. Thank you so much for listening.